Dun 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 dun. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Pepsi, one half of Dudes with Attitude, coming to you on this very weird Sunday night. I hope everyone's had a fantastic day. And well, we're here to talk about the Survivor Series pay-per-view, mainly the main event, which we're gonna watch a match between Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan in the background. So, the match between Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali for the Cruiserweight title being on the actual main card, awesome. I love that they finally moved it from the pre-show to the main show. I gotta say, that was brilliant, and the match was insane. I honestly hope Mustafa Ali gets the title sometime in the future, but right now this Buddy Murphy, really impressive, and I don't see them taking the title off him. Other than that, the match between the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins and the United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm a little disappointed. Shinsuke, yes, he's the United States Champion, but he hasn't been being built the right way, in my opinion. Ever since he got put to the main roster, the very beginning he was being built pretty well, but lately, no. I honestly think he should have beat Seth, even if it was due to interference by, let's say, Dean Ambrose, for example. I mean, Dean Ambrose could have just walked out and distracted him when he was going for a curb stomp. He stops and looks at Dean, and then Dean leaves, and then he goes for the curb stomp, misses, and then he gets a Kinshasa from Shinsuke. That would have been an interesting way to end it, and Shinsuke would have a huge win. And it would have been a win for SmackDown. That's something I'm not happy with, but we'll get to that. Overall, the match was decent. If I had to rate it 1 to 5, I'd rate it a 3. The Charlotte versus Ronda. It was a weird match because I don't think Ronda has really been all that on the scene, and this match was really just thrown together to cover the fact that Rousey needed an opponent because Becky got injured. But it was a twist because Charlotte turned heel, quote unquote. Oh, look at this. He's going for a suicide dive. But she turned heel and attacked her with a kendo stick, did all kinds of stuff. And once again, Raw won that match. And then the main Survivor Series match was so quick. Like, Samoa Joe got eliminated with one move. I don't even know why. Like, why are they burying Samoa Joe? Like, do they not understand or like his work ethic? It's ridiculous and wrong. Maybe that's just me, but I like Samoa Joe, heel or face, So, anyway, it led to basically a lot of weird things happening. Hold up, is this going to be a count out or what? Get in the ring. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. That's kind of what happened between these two, which I'm getting that. Anyway, the Raw Tag Team won. The survivors of it were Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and of course Braun Strowman, the same person from last year. Oh snap, is it already over? Nope. And it came down to Shane, which I honestly thought Shane was going to end up winning since they had him win to become the best in the world in the tournament. But no, that didn't happen or anything. And, oop. There he goes. Come on, Brian. Get out of this. There you go. Oh, running knee out of nowhere. Pin him. Oh no, distraction. So anyway, another win for Raw happened that way. And then, oh snap, we had this match, the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus the newly crowned WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. Right off from the get-go, Bryan was literally running around the ring getting away from him. And then eventually Lesnar got him and started doing German suplexes to him. The first suplex to me looked like Daniel got injured. But then he did it again and again. And then I started to realize, oh, hold up. That is, no, that's not how to end that match. We're going to restart that. That's one scenario. But eventually Bryan got his bearings. Basically, he started with some kicks to the head. But it looked like, you know, for a while with the German suplexes, they were building towards him getting injured. So they were playing with us because a lot of people out there thought Bryan was going to get injured with the suplexes. And I was one of them. I hoped for the best. I was looking forward to this match, but I was also cautious of it. So I'm going to go ahead and restart that. And then he went for a second F5. You know, Brock Lesnar basically did. And what do you know? He ends up hitting the ref with Daniel Bryan's legs. Bryan does another low blow and then does a knee plus. He ends up hitting like 2 or 3 knee pluses the whole match. And it starts really picking up. The match was really starting to go somewhere. And I was getting impressed. And then Bryan even eventually got him in the yes lock, and it legit looked like Lesnar was going to tap. It was insane. But then Brock ended up hitting a third F5, and it was literally all she wrote. And the ref literally just hit Bryan in the face while counting. What the heck is that? But Brock ended up winning. I don't know. I thought a lot of people said the match was amazing. And I thought it was getting amazing. But if I had to rate it 1 to 5, I would rate it a 3 as well. It was starting to get good. It seemed like Bryan got beat. I just felt like the match should have been a little bit longer. I don't know. I am very happy that Bryan didn't get injured. That was my main concern going into this. But now I gotta wonder, Raw won with a clean sweep. And what I mean by that is, Raw won every single match. I don't know what's up with that. I really don't. And I don't know, maybe they're gonna do what they want to do. You know, I guess since Shane won for SmackDown at Crown Jewel, it just seems like it would have been cool for Bryan to get like a roll-up or something. Oh. It would have been cool for Bryan to get like a roll-up or something. Something to spice it up and end up beating Lesnar. That's not what anyone would have expected. I honestly think when Lesnar went for that other F5, Bryan should have got out of it again and then hit a knee and went to pin Lesnar. And when it got to the 3 count, the ref counted it, but at the same time, Lesnar kicked out. Now, he still wins. Oh, that's stupid. He still wins, but at the same time, it's like, you know, Brock still kicked out. You know, he's still, you know, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. But for those that by some weird miracle they don't know what NXT is, it's the other brand. And people like Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, they all came from there. And they had their pay-per-view last night, which was War Games. And if you've heard of that from WCW, you'll know basically that it was a side-by-side cage match, and it was a little different than what you'd expect. They don't have it in the game, or else I'd show you that. But anyway, it was a lot more than that. You had Velveteen Dream take on why can't I remember his Tommaso Ciampa. You had Johnny Gargano take on Aleister Black. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then you had the Undisputed Era in the War Games match take on the War Raiders. How do you say his name? Ricochet, I guess. And Pete Dunne. Surprisingly enough, from what I remember, Undisputed Era actually lost. But the match was insane. The War Raiders, everybody just did a fantastic job. But if that wasn't enough, Velveteen Dream and frickin' Tommaso Ciampa, I mean, there must have been 50 false finishes. I mean, it was out of nowhere. I thought Velveteen Dream was actually going to win it. It was an insane match. But Tommaso Ciampa actually ended up winning. And then in the match with Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black, which I consider match of the night, they burned they just tore the place down. I thought it was incredible and definitely WrestleMania quality. And that being said, I think the pay-per-view was everything that Survivor Series shoulda and coulda been. I think NXT has been the A brand for a long time. I think Survivor Series was good and interesting in a lot of ways, but just like every pay-per-view, it falls short. I mean, Survivor Series was a pay-per-view I wouldn't pay for, but NXT War Games was a pay-per-view that I would pay, you know, I would definitely pay for. I'd pay to go see that. And that's not taking anything away from Bryan and Lesnar. I'm just saying, you know, NXT War Games was the superior, you know, pay-per-view. I think they did absolutely outstanding. And I can't wait for Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano to come up to the main roster. And if you're not watching them, just get, the WWE Network is $9.99, and it is definitely worth it. It has all the Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views, and it has all the NXT pay-per-views. Oh snap! F5. Is this how it's gonna end? Oh no, he's gonna go for another F5. Holy crap! 2 F5s in a row. What? Oh, a third one. This is just like the pay-per-view, except a little bit different, and there's a little more into the pay-per-view. And he's going for it. A third F5. 1, 2. Oh, snap. 3 F5s. This would have been insane, and now he's going to that ground and pound right there. Boom. Boom. We didn't see much of that in the match between Lesnar and Bryan. It was a little bit disappointing, but like I said, the match was starting to really go somewhere. And then for it to just fall short, I don't know. Bit disappointing. I don't know what y'all thought of the match. I really expected things to go different. I expected the SmackDown team to possibly win. Here's those German suplexes I was worried about in the match with them. Because Bryan, in case y'all don't know, he was retired for like 2, 3, 4 years, something like that, because of his neck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, apparently in the game, Brock Lesnar can't even lose. How about that? The F5s didn't do it, even after 3. But the German suplexes did. I still can't believe he kicked out after this. But you see, in this match, there was even just a little bit more than the pay-per-view. Now, if y'all thought it was the best match of all time, that's fine. It's just, I don't know. If I had to rate the pay-per-view versus War Games, I'd rate War Games. I'd rate it 8 out of 10 because Valentine didn't win, and I would have really liked him to win. If I had to rate Survivor Series, I'd rate it maybe a 6 out of 10 because Raw won every match, and some of the matches just fell so short. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, like I said, the Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali was incredible, but it could have been better, guys. Anyway, watch it yourself if you have the WWE Network. See what you think. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, please like and make love to that subscribe button and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. It's just I'm still a little bit like I just can't believe that the pay-per-view went the way it went, and it was disappointing. But anyway, I hope everyone has a pep-tastic night, and remember, Pepsi then, Pepsi now, Pepsi forever. Peace.